That's what I've been telling you. Entertainment expenses are only applicable up to the first party. No. If the client invites you, it's really hard to turn them down. Can't you do something, Miyabe-san? My name is Shunsuke Miyabe, 28 years old. I'm in charge of accounting at a company called LK Healthcare. This company is involved in the research, development, and sales of health foods and supplements. It's not uncommon for disputes to arise between sales staff and me over whether certain expenses are allowable as the monthly deadline for settlements approaches. Among them, there's a particularly persistent guy who joined the company recently, 3 years younger than me, Kensuke Todoroki. No is no, and there are errors in other documents too. Correct them and resubmit it by today. Tch, you accountants who don't generate any profit for the company wouldn't understand the struggles of sales.
Hey, Todoroki, that's no way to talk. Sales and accounting should cooperate for the company's sake.
This beautiful woman is Anna Ogata, 2 years my senior, and the company president's secretary. She has the vibe of a capable career woman and is highly trusted by the president. She often comes to this office. I've secretly had feelings for her, but being a playing guy with nothing but seriousness to my name, I gave up from the start, thinking she's out of my league. Even Todoroki can't defy someone like Ogata-san.
Come on, apologize properly to Miyabe-san.
Tch, okay, sorry. He's definitely not sorry at all. Oh, by the way, Ogata-san, I have a business meeting tomorrow. What should I bring as a gift? Something sweet if possible.
Sweet?
As the president's secretary, Ogata-san often arranges flowers and sweets as gifts for business partners. When I ask her for recommended shops or products, she always gives me spot-on advice, especially when it comes to sweets.
In that case, it has to be the traditional high-end Japanese confectionery shop, Miyashindo.
What, Miyashindo?
With a history of 160 years, their confectionaries are made from the finest ingredients and refined techniques. And the best recommendation is the Monaka!
Ogata-san?
The crispy, fragrant outer layer made from the highest quality glutinous rice and the exquisite balance of the rich, refined red bean paste inside. This is the king of Japanese confectionery. By the way, the president loves it too.
I don't really get it, but it sounds delicious, so I'll go with that. Thanks.
If you're buying it, you should go early because it sells out quickly.
After Todoroki left, I suddenly felt embarrassed when it was just the two of us, as I'm not used to being around women.
Oh no! I got all worked up again just because it's about Japanese sweets. Miyabe-san, do you like sweets?
Well, I've never liked sweets since I was a kid.
Is that so? Ah, that's why you're so slim. I eat too many sweets and gain weight. I need to go on a diet.
Ogata-san, you're beautiful just as you are.
Thank you.
Oh no, I spoke my thoughts out loud.
Oh, by the way, here. This is the estimate for the sweets that will be given out as one of the souvenirs at next month's anniversary party.
Ah, okay. Oh, is it the Monaka you mentioned earlier? 300 boxes. I understand.
Then please take care of it.
A few days after the incident, I stopped by the supermarket on my way home from work. At this time of the evening, having left work on time, the time sale items were on display, and the deals were great.
It's pathetic. You're young, yet you only buy products with discount stickers on them. And paying with points? What? No money even though you're young? How sad.
I overheard a female customer saying this as I passed by the checkout. I looked and saw that Ogata-san was the one checking out. Apparently, those words were directed at her. Ogata-san looked embarrassed with a flushed face, head down. Before I knew it, I was standing in front of the woman. Hey, there's no rule that says you can't just buy sale items. Besides, stores incorporate the cost of points into the price of other items, so you're losing out if you don't use them.
Miyabe-san?
Don't you know that? Even though you're much older than us. The woman walked away with an embarrassed look. Suddenly, the surrounding people broke into applause. Feeling too embarrassed to stay, I pushed my way through the crowd and hurried out of the store. Oh, I messed up. I didn't expect it to cause such a scene. However, as I left the store, Ogata-san chased after me.
Wait, Miyabe-san. Thank you for earlier. It was so refreshing.
Oh no, sorry for causing such a fuss.
No, really. It made me so happy. See? I paid with points. It would be a waste not to use them.
After leaving the supermarket together, we stopped by a nearby park.
Actually, my family runs a guest house in the countryside, but business isn't going well. I send a little money home every month, so things are pretty tight.
Is that so? That's admirable. I'm barely managing to take care of myself.
Miyabe-san, you're an accountant, so you're knowledgeable about money, right? If you have any good tips on saving, please share them. Even earlier, you were really cool. I haven't talked to you much before, but I realized you're someone reliable.
Is there a man in the world who wouldn't be elated when the person he admires calls him reliable? No, I'm nothing special. But from an accountant's perspective, I might have some useful tips on saving money. Maybe.
Great! The president is currently on a business trip overseas, so we're busy preparing for the anniversary party. But once that's over, how about we go out for dinner?
Huh? Of course, I would love to. I'm looking forward to it. Even a few days after that, I still felt as if I were floating in a dream. The world I had been seeing suddenly turned colorful and vibrant. I became more motivated at work. People around me said I seemed more cheerful. It was as if courage to take on anything was welling up from within me. Scientifically, they say that falling in love activates your brain, releasing brain chemicals, often called happiness hormones. Huh, the magic of love. It's terrifying. And here's another man who's been affected by love's magic, even more than I am. Good morning, everyone. Let's give it our all today. Recently, Todoroki has been in an unusually good mood. Even his clothes and hairstyle are different. Todoroki's been acting even weirder than usual. I wonder what's up with him. I said to Ogata-san, who happened to be in the office at the same time.
Actually...
According to Ogata-san, when Todoroki went to buy a gift at Miyashindo, which she recommended, he fell in love at first sight with a beautiful shop clerk named Yuko Suzuki and immediately asked her out. I want to date you with marriage in mind!
I'm sorry, but I can't. Ugh, it's my fault. I shouldn't have recommended that place to Todoroki.
Well, he's still an adult, so I doubt he would do anything too outrageous.
Right.
However, our optimistic views soon started to become uncertain. One day, as the company's anniversary party approached, I saw Todoroki making a phone call outside the company. Oh, hi! What time do you finish work today? Todoroki? Huh? Why can't I call you? Oh, I get it. You're shy, right? Well, I'll pick you up when you're done with work. Wait for me. I overheard the conversation and sensed something was off, so I approached Todoroki after he ended the call. Todoroki? Who was that on the phone? It sounded pretty one-sided. Were you eavesdropping, Miyabe-san? You wouldn't understand, being an unpopular introvert. No. It seemed more like coercion than anything. Hey, unpopular introvert is way too rude. Just leave me alone, will you? As Todoroki walked away, I couldn't shake the uneasy feeling that lingered. The next day, my fears were realized. As I passed by the secretary's office by chance, I heard Ogata-san's tense voice.
Please wait. We'll investigate the situation on our end as well. So could you provide more details on what happened?
Ogata-san, did something happen?
Miyabe-san, it's about the delivery of the Monaca for the day after tomorrow's anniversary party. I just called Miyashindo to confirm the order, and they told me it was cancelled yesterday.
What? Cancelled? Who on earth would do that?
What could have possibly happened? The president is away and I can't handle this. It has to be those Monica.
Just then, I heard the sound of footsteps running down the hallway. It was sales manager Manabe, looking pale and out of breath, with a guilty-looking Todoroki in tow. Is Miyabe-san here? What's going on? Oh, Miyabe-san, we're in big trouble. Please come with us. Huh? Where to? It's about this guy. He caused trouble at the high-end confectionery store Miyashindo. He harassed a female clerk, got angry, and then cancelled the order for the sweets on his own.
What? Todoroki, what were you thinking?
I just got angry because she disrespected me.
That's your personal problem, and you shouldn't bring it into work. Wait, but why involve Miyabe-san?
I talked to the department head, who consulted the president while he was on a business trip, and the president said Miyabe-san might be able to help. The president of Miyashindo, Tokiko Miyabe, is your mother, right?
What? No way! Miyabe-san's mother is... Miyabe-san, your family runs Miyashindo?
I'm sorry I never mentioned it. Yes, the Miyashindo that Ogata-san praised so highly is actually run by my family. I've never liked sweets since I was a kid. As the eldest son of a Japanese confectioner, I was often scolded by adults for not liking sweets. My younger brother, on the other hand, loved sweets. He learned to make nerikiri from our late father, as if it were just like playing with clay. By the time he reached high school, he had already begun to show promise as a confectioner. That's why I gradually distanced myself from my family. As an adult, I immersed myself in a world of numbers, entirely unrelated to confectionery. Miyabe-san, could you please come with us? The proprietress is furious and refuses to listen to reason. I can't do anything even if I go. I have no real say. I'm the eldest son, but I didn't take over the business and left the family. We just need you there during the apology. Please, we're begging you.
I'm asking too. We really need those Monica from Miyashindo.
Alright.
The president will be with you shortly, so please wait a moment.
How long has it been since I last came here? The whole store is filled with the sweet scent of red bean paste. There's a tense stillness in the air. My eyes caught a picture of my grandmother hanging on the office wall. As the previous proprietress, she supported this shop for many years. She passed away 3 years ago from an illness. She was so kind and caring that I was surprised at how many mourners came to her funeral. I'm back, Grandma. Just as I muttered that in my mind, Ogata-san spoke to me as if in response.
Is that your grandmother in that picture over there?
Yes, she was the previous proprietress.
I see. So that's her.
Ogata-san, did you have some connection with my grandmother?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
At that moment, my mother, Tokiko, the president of Miyashindo, and the clerk, Yuko-san, appeared.
Shunsuke, it's been a while. How have you been?
Mother, it's been a long time. My mother, Tokiko, married into the Miyabe family 30 years ago, and has been preserving the Miyashindo name with my father and grandmother. Since my father and grandmother passed away, she's been running the shop with my brother and his wife. We sincerely apologize for the trouble our employee has caused. I'm sorry.
Manabe-san, Todoroki-san, as I mentioned before, no matter how many times you apologize, I cannot forgive you. He disrespected my valued employee. I won't let this slide.
Mother, we can't have a proper discussion like this. Yuko-san, could you tell us what Todoroki did to you? I just fell in love with her, that's all. Shut up. Yuko-san, who had been looking down with a gloomy expression, slowly began to speak at my prompting.
At first I thought he was joking, asking me to date him with marriage in mind. But he kept calling the store and waiting outside. It went too far for a joke. I got scared and kept refusing, but then he started saying horrible things, and it even caused trouble for the store.
Yuko-chan, today marks 1 month since we met. Here, take this.
this. Don't involve me anymore.
Huh? You're rejecting me? Who do you think you are? You're just a shop clerk.
What? What did you just say?
There are plenty of Japanese confectionery shops out there. Our company's been patronizing yours out of kindness. Fine, I'm canceling all the orders for the anniversary party. After finishing her story, Yuko-san started crying. No wonder. She was harassed by Todoroki, and on top of that, he canceled a large order.
Todoroki-san, you're such a jerk. Who do you think you are? You never considered her feelings at all. Now do you see? I'll never do business with a company that employs such a terrible person. I'm sorry, Shunsuke. This might hurt your reputation, but I can't compromise on this, even for you.
Mother, please calm down and talk a bit more.
You're absolutely right. What Todoroki did is unforgivable.
Ogata-san suddenly bowed deeply. Her voice was trembling with emotion.
But please, somehow forgive us.
Seeing Ogata-san's gesture, Manager Manabe quickly dragged Todoroki off his chair and forced him to bow as well, then bowed himself too.
You're a regular customer, aren't you? Why go so far, even for the sake of your company?
Ogata-san tearfully recounted a story she had heard from the president. It was a story from over 50 years ago when our company's president was still a child. At the time, his parents ran a small general store, but they struggled to make ends meet. He said they were so poor that they often didn't have enough to eat.
The president, hungry, would stand outside a Japanese confectionery store near his home, smelling the sweet, fragrant aroma and looking at the dumplings and buns in the showcase to distract himself from his hunger.
That confectionery store was...
Yes, this very Miyashindo. One day, the shopkeeper spoke to the president. Boy, are you hungry? Here, take this. She placed a monica in his small hand. He said he'll never forget the heavy weight of that monica and its sweet, fragrant taste, even to this day. The president always tells me about it. The previous proprietress was kind and warm to everyone.
Yes, she was.
He said eating that monica gave him hope to keep living, that he owes everything to Miyashindo. So we need your monica for the anniversary party. Please forgive us.
I remembered my grandmother's gentle smile.
Shunsuke, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. There's no need to force yourself to fit in. Just bloom where you can.
She used to say that while patting my head. As a child, I found great comfort in that smile. And that smile became the hope that kept the president going all these years. I realized once again how great my grandmother was, and felt proud of her family business, which has the power to heal and encourage people. Mother, please, from me too, could you continue doing business with us? My mother remained silent, but then suddenly clapped her hands and said,
All right, since you've gone this far, I'll prepare the monica for you. Thank you! But Todoroki-san is banned from the shop from now on. Don't ever come near Yuko-chan again. If you break this promise, you know what will happen, right? We'll take legal action.
Of course, I'll make sure something like this never happens again. Yuko-san, I'm really sorry for pushing my feelings onto you and making you feel uncomfortable.
Yuko-chan, is this okay? Do you feel better now? Yes, I'm fine now. All right then, we'll have 300 boxes of monica ready for the party by tomorrow. We'll be working around the clock. Shunsuke, Ogata-san, I'll need you to help. As for you, Todoroki-san, I don't even want to see your face. Get out of this shop right now!
After that, we reported back to the company and helped with the packing and preparations until the night before the anniversary party. We managed to get everything ready just in time. It's finally done!
I'm so glad we made it in time. Well done. Let's have some tea.
My mother said this and served us strong green tea and monaka.
Delicious! Miyashindo's monaka is the best. Ogata-san, you're eating well. Have another one. Shunsuke, you're looking good. I'm glad, really.
Watching my mother smile with relief, I realized that she had been going through hard times just like I had. And with that realization, I felt like something inside me was healed. I quietly savored the feeling of relief in my heart. The next day, the president returned from his overseas business trip, and the anniversary party was held without a hitch. It was a heartwarming event that reflected the president's personality. Guests, along with all the employees, looked back on the company's journey from its founding to the present through a slideshow. There were also surprises from the employees for the president, and everyone had a wonderful, memorable time. The weekend after the party ended successfully, I went out for dinner with Ogata-san as promised. I had reserved a table at a top-notch restaurant to treat Ogata-san for all her hard work. I was so nervous that I could barely taste the food, though.
Thank you for dinner. I'm sorry for making you treat me, even though I was the one who invited you.
No. It's just that you've been really busy with work lately, Ogata-san. I wanted you to eat something delicious and recharge your energy.
Thank you. I'm fully recharged now.
Seeing her bright smile, the words just naturally came out. Now, Ogata-san, I like you. Please go out with me.
Yes, I'd love to.
3 months later, Todoroki was transferred to an overseas production plant after the president learned about the entire incident. I thought he might complain, but he accepted it with a humble attitude and seemed genuinely remorseful, according to manager Manabe. The president's story about his grandmother probably made him rethink how he treats others. I hope he'll change his ways and do good work at his new post. As for me, my daily life remained as peaceful as ever. The only thing that changed was... Anna-san had a place she really wanted to visit, so we planned a weekend date. Anna-san, what do you think about visiting my parents' house for a first date in a while?
But I really want to learn how to make delicious dango from your mother. Anna-chan, you've got a knack for this. You should train here and open up a Miyashindo branch too with Shunsuke.
Mother, what are you saying? Jeez. I scoffed at my mother's suggestion, but as I looked at Anna's flower-covered face and her cheerful smile, I thought that maybe such a future wouldn't be so bad. Even the sweets I used to dislike, if they are made by her, maybe I could eat them. What kind of magic did you use on me?
Huh? Did you say something?
Nothing. Hey, do you think I could do that too? This time, we learned the importance of treating everyone with sincerity and respect. From my grandmother, I learned that small acts of kindness can give someone the courage and strength they need. From now on, I want to face any challenges together with Anna-san, and build a relationship where we respect and trust each other. As I gazed at her smile, I envisioned a happy future for the two of us. Don't let it get you down, Yumisaki. Everyone makes mistakes. I'm Toshiki Takamine, a 28-year-old working in the product development department of a food manufacturer. I'm on my way back from a presentation of a new product at a client's office with my colleague, Chiemi Yumisaki, who's 2 years younger than me. We went to a diner for lunch, but Yumisaki's down because she couldn't speak well during the presentation.
I always feel like I'm just holding you back, Takamine-senpai. I'm so pathetic.
Yumisaki is usually full of energy, but today, she seems down because she couldn't handle the pressure and didn't speak well. Hey Yumisaki, today's presentation turned out well in the end, and that's largely thanks to you. Because you researched the client's needs so thoroughly, I was able to convey the information they needed. If I had gone there alone with just my passion for the new product, I would have been kicked out of the company in no time. No matter how proud a developer is of their product, it means nothing if the client doesn't see it the same way. You love our products and think carefully about what will benefit our customers. So, once you gain more confidence, I'm sure you'll grow even more. I'll help you practice presentations as much as you need, okay? Cheer up!
Yes, Thank you so much.
It seems she's regained a bit of her usual energy. Seeing Yumisaki's usual smile brings me relief. 1 year later, Yumisaki has made great strides. Now, during meetings, Yumisaki often takes the lead in discussions, and I only need to provide supplementary explanations. It's really something to see how much a junior can grow.
What's this all of a sudden? But if I've grown, it's all thanks to you, Takamine-san. Thank you for always supporting me.
With such conversation, we head to our next client, a major food wholesaler. We arrived at the client's office, where a receptionist called out to me.
Takamine-kun, how about we grab a meal sometime?
This is Urara Nakaoku. We were high school classmates and recently reconnected at this company. Sorry, I've been really busy lately, and probably won't be able to find the time. I appreciate the offer, but I'll have to pass.
I see. That's too bad. But let me know if you find some free time. Takamine-san, do you like that kind of pure and beautiful woman?
As we leave the reception area and wait for contact in the entrance, Yumisaki hesitantly asks me, "Are you talking about Nakaoku when you say a pure beauty?" Well, I don't really have a particular preference when it comes to appearance or type.
I see. So what kind of person is your type?
Let me see. I guess I'm attracted to someone who is passionate or earnest about something, more than anything.
I see.
Yumisaki goes silent, deep in thought, and our conversation ends there. Even after that, Yumisaki continues to look contemplative, leaving me slightly puzzled as to what's on her mind. The meeting goes smoothly, and Yumisaki and I leave the client's office. As we step outside, the client representative, Kurisuke Hijikata, who had been all smiles before, follows us out. Nakaoku-san mentioned that you attended the same high school, Takamine-san. Hijikata's eyes bore into me, making me flinch. Yes, we went to the same high school, but what of it? In other words, the only reason Nakaoku-san talks to you is because you're an old acquaintance. A beautiful woman like her is more suited to someone from a major company like me. Don't get too full of yourself just because you were classmates. Hijikata's tone turns rough as he lowers his voice. No, I didn't mean it that way. Wait a minute, is Hijikata-san interested in Nakaoku? Well, I think there's a risk in workplace romances. If you have feelings for Nakaoku-san, I think it might be wise to consider looking elsewhere. Heh, you're just saying that because you don't want anyone else to have Nakaoku-san. I won't be fooled by such a tactic. With a final good day, Hijikata returns to the building.
What was that about? That was way too rude.
Yeah, I was surprised. Hijikata-san has always been professional, so I didn't expect him to act like that out of jealousy. But still, this could get troublesome. I'm troubled inside, but Yumisaki's voice pulls me back to the present.
So, do you think workplace romances are a bad idea, Takamine-san?
Huh? Oh, you mean what I said earlier? What I said was more of a formality. I just thought Hijikata-san and Nakaoku might not be a good match. Personally, I think it's fine as long as both people like each other and they can manage it. If the company doesn't prohibit it, then they should just be upfront about it.
I see. That's a relief.
Yumisaki smiles, seemingly relieved, though I'm left wondering why. Weeks later, with a big contract successfully secured, Yumisaki and I decided to hold a small celebration. As I mentioned before, Yumisaki, your growth has been remarkable. You're probably getting a lot of praise in the sales department too, right?
Yes, thanks to you, I'm consistently ranking among the top performers. But as I said before, it's all thanks to you, Takamine-san. Well, I remember being overwhelmed by your extensive knowledge of food products at first.
Sorry about that. I tend to get carried away when I'm talking about our products. I would go on and on about the history of how our products were created, from the backstory to the final product. I'm sure it was a lot for you, Yumisaki, but I appreciated how you listened so attentively.
But Takamine-san, you always helped me with presentation materials and rehearsals. And when things went well, even just a little bit, you always praised me. When I made mistakes, you'd help me figure out how to improve for next time. You also listened to my concerns whenever I was troubled. All those things built up my confidence.
I knew you had the skills and were a hard worker from the moment we first worked together, Yumisaki. It was just a matter of you showing what you were capable of. I'm glad I was able to support you. Thinking back, Yumisaki's dedication to her work has influenced me as well. Seeing her work so earnestly made me want to give my all in return.
I really respect how you always care about each individual, Takamine-san. I want to keep growing so that I can stand proudly by your side. So I hope we can keep working together like this.
My heart races as our eyes meet. Maybe it's just the alcohol. If you keep growing like this, I might not be able to keep acting like your senior anymore. I laugh it off, trying to lighten the mood. Time passes, and I continue to be on the receiving end of Hishikata-san's jealousy whenever Nakaoku talks to me. You do know that Nakaoku-san only sees you as a friend, right? And I only see her as a friend too, so... No matter how often I suggest that Hishikata-san look for someone else, it's like talking to a wall. Still, he handles his work professionally, so as long as it doesn't involve Nakaoku, there's no problem. One day... Actually, Nakaoku-san and I have started dating. So, from now on, I would appreciate it if you didn't talk to her so casually. Hijikata's smug expression leaves me speechless. I never imagined the two of them would get together, and I silently berate myself for not seeing this coming. Given the situation, I can't keep quiet about Nakaoku's private life anymore. With no other choice, I decided to take Hijikata-san aside to a more private spot. I told Hijikata-san everything I knew about Nakaoku. However... Heh, there's no way that's true. You're just spreading rumors because she doesn't like you, Takamine-san. That's pretty pathetic. Hijikata-san laughs off everything I said, refusing to believe a word of it. Well, I've done my part. There's nothing more I can do. Worried about their future, I decided to leave it at that and give up on convincing him. Weeks later, during another visit to the client, Yumisaki and I noticed that Hijikata-san is struggling to keep his eyes open.
You don't look well. Are you sure you're up for this meeting?
Sorry, I'm just a bit sleep deprived. My girlfriend gets lonely, so we've been chatting and texting late into the night every day. Last night, I didn't get to sleep until around 5 AM. That's hardly any sleep at all. A few weeks later, Hijikata-san timidly approaches me during another visit. Takamine-san, about that matter, do you know anything about her social circle? Hijikata-san looks like he's wasting away. She's been going out a lot at night, and I'm worried because she'll go anywhere if she gets called. Well, I don't know anyone in her circle who's into the nightlife, so I can't help much with that. Sorry about that. A few days later, after a quiet day at work, Yumisaki and I decided to go out for a drink. But as we walked away from the office... Something feels off. Suddenly, my feet felt heavy, and I looked down to see... Takamine-san. Hijikata-san appeared out of nowhere like a character from a horror movie. Knowing why he's in this state, I suggest we all go to a nearby izakaya to talk. Listen to me, Takamine-san, Yumisaki-san! Apparently, Hijikata-san saw Nakaoku walking arm in arm with another man in a nightlife district last night. He followed them to see where they were headed. I think you can guess what happened next based on Hijikata-san's current state. I can't believe Urara was that kind of woman. That's why I warned you. Nakaoku has been using social media to pick up guys for a while. She's not the type to settle down with just one person. When Hijikata-san told me they were dating, I warned him, but it was already too late. I had heard from our old classmates that Nakaoku avoids serious relationships because they interfere with her fun. I didn't want to believe it, but this is just my guess. But the reason she kept chatting with you until late at night might be that she's used to staying up. She's probably meeting up with guys she knows from social media when she's out at night. Yeah, knowing that she's been picking up guys on social media makes a lot of things fall into place. But when you first told me, Takamine-san, I just thought you were bitter because she didn't like you. Ignoring the fact that Hijikata-san is a client, Yumesaki bluntly scolds him. Hijikata shrinks further in his seat. Yumesaki is right. You should stop looking down on others and avoid jumping to conclusions in the future. Yes, you're both absolutely right. I deeply apologize for any discomfort my actions have caused. Hijikata stands up and bows his head. I can only hope that this experience has made him reconsider his actions. Well, I think we can consider this settled. How about you, Yumesaki?
If you're okay with it, then I have nothing more to say. But I was hoping we could have spent this time alone.
Alright, let's get back to drinking then. Despite Yumesaki's displeasure, I decided to order more drinks. At first, Hijikata-san was a bit reserved, but as he drank more, he started talking more. With his animosity gone, Hijikata-san turned out to be surprisingly easy to talk to, and the conversation became quite lively. He didn't let his personal issues affect his work, so he's probably not a bad person at heart. Oh, by the way, Takamine-san, how did you know that Urara was picking up guys on social media? Was she like that even back in high school? No, back in high school, Nakaoku was actually pretty quiet. So, I think she only started acting like that after college. We went to different universities, so she probably thought I didn't know anything and just talked to me like usual. And she probably never imagined that her social media account would be discovered. I heard the rumors from her classmates, but at first, I didn't believe them either. But then she made one big mistake. Not long after, Nakaoku was called in by her boss at work.
Nakaoku-san, I hear you've been doing some pretty inappropriate things on SNS. Huh? No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nakaoku tries to play dumb, but when her boss shows her a certain account, her face goes pale. It was Nakaoku's secret account. She had been careful not to reveal her identity until now. Now, she's staring at her boss, confused about how she got caught.
Look at this post. There's a package in the background, see? When you zoom in, you can clearly read the name and address on the label. It matches the address you've registered with the company, so it's hard to believe it's anyone else.
Yes, Nakaoku's big mistake was uploading a photo on social media that revealed her personal information. One of her classmates identified the account as hers from that photo. The rumor spread from there, and now it's common knowledge among us.
Well, the company hasn't suffered any direct harm so far. But if you keep acting so recklessly, it could eventually damage our company's reputation. So from now on, I expect you to keep your relationships within reasonable bounds. Yes.
After an investigation confirmed that there was no direct harm to the company, Nakaoku avoided disciplinary action. However, after being called out by her boss, rumors of Nakaoku's behavior spread throughout the company.
Hey, did you hear? Apparently Nakaoku-san. She seemed so classy and popular, but now?
And so, Nakaoku's place in the company became more and more precarious. In the end, it was Hijikata-san who dealt the final blow to her. Urara, we're done. I had no idea you were like this. Well, I was the one who reported her to the boss, so that's why the rumors spread. Yes, after learning the truth, Hijikata-san was the first to report it to the boss. Without revealing his thoughts, he just looks at Nakaoku sadly. This guy's pretty cunning.
But you can't blame me! I was lonely! Kurisuke, you were always so focused on work that you never paid attention to me. You're my boyfriend, but you never made me feel loved. It's your fault! If only you had loved me more, I wouldn't have...
I tried my best to keep up with your late-night calls and even adjusted our dates to suit your schedule. But if that wasn't enough for you, then maybe we were just never a good match. And you kept your social media account active even after we started dating, right? That means you never intended to stop looking for other guys in the first place. So, Hijikata-san and Nakaoku broke up, and the rumors spread further through the company. Feeling trapped, Nakaoku eventually quit her job on her own. Afterward, Nakaoku contracted an infection, and the number of men willing to be with her drastically decreased. Infections can often be treated and prevented with proper care and precautions. But it seems that the man she was with lacked understanding and refused to support her. Moreover,
I warned you so many times to stop, but now I can't stay friends with you anymore.
even her old friends have abandoned her. Now that she's all alone, I wonder what's going on through her mind. On the other hand, Hijikata-san has become oddly attached to me. Thanks to you, Takamine-san, I'm starting a new chapter in my life! Please let me repay you somehow. So now, I'm dealing with this every day. Well, I guess it's better than being insulted, so I've accepted it.
Just so you know, I haven't forgiven you, Hijikata-san. If you plan to get any closer to Takamine-san, you'll have to go through me first.
Yumisaki's jealousy-fueled glare at Hijikata leaves me on edge every time. With a sigh, I lean in close to Yumisaki and whisper, "You're the only one I love, Chiemi."
That's not fair, Toshiki-san.
Yes, Chiemi Yumisaki is my girlfriend now. Apparently, she's liked me for the past 2 years, and she confessed her feelings to me the other day. I'm happy to be loved so deeply, and it made me realize that I love her too. As expected of Takamine-san, you handled that so smoothly.
That's right. He's the best boyfriend ever. You're not getting him, Hijikata-san.
Alright, you two. Let's get back to work. Some people might be fine with being in multiple relationships at once, but I'm finding happiness in devoting myself to just one person. Meeting and being loved by that one special person is truly miraculous and something to be cherished.